All right, my name is Beth Unrath. I've been a member here for, we just looked it up, for 49 years.
I'm Jim Unrath, and we've got 3 children, none of them in the area. Our oldest, Amy, lives in Knoxville, Tennessee. Marcy, our next oldest, lives in Erie, Colorado, and Christopher, our son, lives in Ankeny, Iowa. All 3 kids were confirmed here. Our 2 oldest daughters were baptized in Moline.
We have 9 grandchildren.
And I was a teacher. I taught in Hampton for 3 years. I taught in East Moline for 7 years, and then I became an administrator over at United Township High School, and I retired in 2001.
And I was also a teacher. I started my teaching career at United Township High School, and then came to Geneseo for 5 years, and then our son Christopher was born, and I did not teach for about 5 years. So when I went back to teaching, just to show you a little bit about the span of our family, we had 1 go to college, 1 go to high school, and our son went to kindergarten. And what brought us to Geneseo was just the fact that we liked the area. We built a house out here. Jim was going one direction, I was going another direction, and our kids, of course, were going to school here. So we just liked the area and stayed.
Yeah, we've been members for 49 years. We've attended all those years. Prior to becoming members, we were at First Lutheran in Moline, and we were living out here and commuting back and forth, and it was time for Amy to go to confirmation, and we just decided, you know, it's time to join this church. And David Spong was the pastor at the time, and we really liked David, and it was a great match. We've loved it ever since.
Well, first of all, we love the people. We've met wonderful people at this church. Can't even begin, I wouldn't even try to begin to name everyone that we would have a heart for. Well, I was in the choir for many, many years. I love I love all the music things that have happened here at the church. We were involved in Sunday school for many years when our kids were growing up.
Yeah, I think I taught Sunday school for 13 years, and then I was a mentor for the confirmands for probably another 10. Got involved with Men in Mission. The program had kind of fallen away, and so a group of us reorganized it and got that going. The only activity I really am participating in, I usher once a month, and I also usually do cinnamon rolls on Cinnamon Roll Sunday at least 3 or 4 times every year. Traditionally, I love the liturgy of the Lutheran Church. I like that formality and all of that, and I absolutely am so in love with the fact that we do communion every Sunday. It is such an important part of my faith walk that is so important to me. Beth and I ran the youth group there for years ago, back when Paul Olson was pastor, and it was fun because our kids used to hang on our pant legs while we were running the youth group. Did a couple of boundary water canoe trips with the youth, which was great. Beth did one, I did 2, and they were great experiences. All of our kids went to LOMC, they loved it. So there's just so many good memories from our participation here at First Lutheran and the ELCA in general. If you're going to spread the word, if you're going to share the gospel, not only among your members but among the community, you have to do the church, and you have to finance the church so they can do that. As we've gotten older, we're both, well, I'm in my 80s and Beth will be 80 shortly. We don't do so much activity-wise as we used to. Most of our contributions have been financial, and of course, as you get a little bit older, you're able to do that better than when you were younger. So when we were young, we tried to do as much as we could to participate in our time, talent. Our treasury was a little short early on, but back a number of years ago, we made a commitment to tithe to the church, and that's something that we continue to do and try to always support other portions of the church activities. I particularly am very into the Lutheran World Hunger. We participate in that, the building fund, mission endowment, but it's really important.
As far as giving financially, we have now set up our
Minimum
required distribution is now paying our church pledge. All of our charitable giving actually comes out of that now, which has made a big difference in being able to do more things charitably.
We support the Hammond Henry Hospital
Yes.
through that, and we also support FCA, Fellowship of
Christian Athletes.
which are also important
Yes.
to us. But having that required minimum distribution, by doing it directly, we don't need the money, and we can put it to better use through charitable giving, and so we have made that a priority. The church is important for spreading the gospel. I mean, there's no question about that. Then, so the future of the church, it needs to continue to grow and prosper, and everybody needs to step up. It's our obligation to support the church. If you're a believer in Jesus Christ, you don't have a choice. That's something you need to do. And I can tell you this, that since we started tithing, which has been a number of years ago, our blessings have been tenfold. It just amazed me how blessed we've been with our children, our grandchildren. Every part of our life has been a blessing, and being a part of this church and being baptized believers in Jesus Christ has made a huge difference in our lives.
I think the values that the church teaches, and I think it's important that our children and our communities have those values instilled in order to get along, to be part of a good community.